Hey ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabio for Explain America, and sometimes if you taunt the bull, you get the horns. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. Yesterday, President Donald Trump toured a Ford facility, a factory, where the workers were making Fords. And he brought them good news about job creation coming to the United States and great news for them as a whole as Ford workers and as auto workers. Well, one of the workers took it upon himself to be absolutely rude to President Donald Trump and to accuse him of horrific crimes and protecting people who committed horrific crimes. Now, this, of course, is rich coming from somebody who supports the people who are against President Donald Trump. Now, this person says they just don't like Trump. They voted for other Republicans before, but it's just something about Trump they don't like. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. But I find it rich that that's what they're concerned about when it was about the Epstein files. President Joe Biden didn't move a finger on the Epstein files for 4 years and nobody said a word. Not a word. Suddenly, it's on the top of Democrats' minds. Wonder what changed. Anyway, be that as it may, this Ford worker found out really quick that when you do things like that, sometimes you get bit. That's what happened when Ford suspended this worker. They suspended him from his job. His pension is at risk now. All the time in, his retirement, everything's at risk. So what do the liberals do? Well, of course, they've started a GoFundMe for him, because if you do anything against President Donald Trump or a Republican, they're going to raise money for you. I find the whole thing to be ridiculous, but I think this guy got exactly what he deserved by being suspended, and I think he should be fired. Let me tell you something. If I saw President Obama today, or President Joe Biden today, or Vice President Kamala Harris today, or the Clintons, Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, former President Bill Clinton, I would be respectful. I would say hello. I would thank them for coming. And I might quietly say, hey, listen, here's some of the things you did that I disagreed with. I might quietly say that, but I'm respectful of people. Especially a former president or a current president deserves your respect, whether you voted for them or not. I believe that. I want you guys to watch this and let me know what you think in the comments.
Very open to these other things, so it's about how you frame it.
Yeah, and I mean, to be clear, he ran on taking care of the American people first, and I think people are asking questions about that. Jeff, I want you to ask you about what happened when the president was leaving a Ford plant earlier today. A worker yelled at him, including shouting what sounded like pedophile protector. The president appeared to mouth F you and then flipped them off in response. The White House later said that the president gave an appropriate and unambiguous response. That worker told the Washington Post that he has since been suspended. Jeff, first of all, as someone that has been on trips like this with a president or a vice president, I found it astounding the way in which the response just played out. But you're someone who covers Trump specifically day to day. What did you make of this? Were you surprised?
I think this is another example of political rules just not applying to President Trump. You know, any other president who flipped someone off in a public setting, that would be the lead story on the news probably all night long on all the networks. And it's just not. It's just not for President Trump. I think it also underscores his frustration with the fact that the Epstein story, though perhaps not at the top of the headlines right now, continues to dog him and did at that event today. But just in general, in terms of his response, again, this is just a president who can say and do things, whether it's with gestures or whether it's with words, that sort of defy political gravity and do not come with the consequences that they would in many other cases with many other leaders.
Tolu, your quick reaction?
If any other president had done this, not only would this